Okay, guys, so this is a dog that is, maybe 4-year-old dog that doesn't jump. If he's never had to. He's been lifted. And, yeah, he's big, so he just looks back and George lifts him to the car. And other than that, he just walks around. So there is such a thing as that. I had that one woman challenge me. Do you really think it's necessary for companion dogs to jump? Yeah. Yeah, based on the people that I have, that it won't get in their SUV. And, oh, hi, Jill. Yeah, dogs have to be, this woman tried to challenge me. Oh, do you really think it's necessary for companion dogs to jump? Yeah, based on the fact these people can't get them into their Buicks. Yeah, I'm going to find that video of the Great Dane. Anne couldn't get it in there. And you said when was it starting to become a problem? I'm guessing when the dog started going over 100. You have a 100-pound dog that has to be lifted. It's gonna wear on you. If you said, well, pretty quick. And it is. It is like anything else. Once you believe the dog can't jump, it's not gonna jump. Am I wrong, Jill? You never had dogs that picked up anything before because you didn't think dogs did that. Yay! Anyway, so Frisbee is notorious. This was the one. Oh, there might be a video of it. Here's the video, George. Let me reenact it. Step back, George. Let me show you how it's done with the professional. Frisbee, jump, Frisbee, jump. Fast forward 20 minutes. All right, George, lift the dog, George. I don't have all day. That's the reenactor. Step aside, owner. Let me show you 20 minutes later. George, please lift this dog. So he is doing the behavior. He's just not, oh no, he's coating me. Oh. Oh, and Schluten, she's in for the jealous factor. Schluten, she likes to get a lot of, yay! With a dog like this, if it was gonna jump on its own, it would have done it by now. It's 4 years old. I don't know, George, hopefully he is jumping in the van, or in the car. I don't think he is, though. People always think it's too high. Because most of them have SUVs, and there's a step, and then the seat. And so they think that the dog, they don't understand it could get its feet and, launch. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Yay. I'm not paying any attention to him at all, though. I'm too busy feeding Schluten. Because Schluten is already, yay! Already on the platform. Oh! All right, Schluten's got to go. That was it. I said one stunt, but if you said, well, you move forward an inch. Yeah, I move forward an inch. It's not like the third day. That's what people don't understand. If you're doing one step forward, 2 step back, you're not getting anywhere. If you're moving forward an inch at a time, at least you're getting somewhere. So if you said, we only got 1 foot up, yeah, I got 1 foot up there. And Schluten pulled her stunts. Oh, she is absolutely awful. Well, no, I shaped that behavior, Jill, because he doesn't jump at all. If you sort of the owners chronically complain about, no, he's not a jumper. He doesn't jump on people. He has a very, very special personality. I mean, he's just soft as butter. In fact, that's his mother's name is Butterscotch. Yeah, they're very sweet, soft and sweet. The ideal family pet. I always kid around with George. Before my cat died, I had this 18-year-old cat. And one time it had Frisbee pinned in the bathroom. He said, well, how? By sitting there. And he wouldn't come out. He won't even pass. He's just the opposite of obnoxious. And awful bottom. Look at her, Jill. I mean, she's awful. Look at her finding a little crumb. Meanwhile, she's inside, taking the lid off the food containers, eating her fill. every 2 seconds. All right, so look, I can get her in the garage by having a sudden. And now I kind of make it like I'm thinking. Look at her look at me. I'm thinking. But now I have a sudden. Look at her watch my hand. Look at her watch my hand. She's trying to keep an eye on everything. Sudden. And I mean sudden. Alright, student. No, and it's going to stop me from opening this can food. My God, where's the dog food? Where is the dog food? Where is the Mitchie Daddy? So my job is now to try to get that to happen again, minus Schlutenbaluten. Oh yeah, Butterscotch was one of the Marleys from Marley and Me, and you know, she's one of the stop, drop, and roll types, you know what I mean? You know, when these people were defending this pit bull that mauled this groomer, he was scared. And the grooming process, they don't have any fucking hair. Yeah. And I said, any dog, this is the responsible adult thing to say, any dog that causes that level of grievous injury needs to be put down. It needs to be put down. If you're going to blame it on the circumstance of nail trimming, yes, the poor pit bull, the terror the poor pit bull experienced, it launched a multiple bite attack to the bone, tearing, damaging flesh, and causing grievous injury. But poor pit bull, he was scared. He was so scared. And Fwithy got scared. Oh, Fwithy could maul too. Oh, Fwithy could be a mauler too. Fwithy could be a mauler too. Oh, he put his whole foot up there. Oh, Fwithy could maul too. Oh, if I don't do the platform right, Fwithy could get scared and maul me. Oh, it'd be awful. But if that happens, I'll just get a wet noodle and I'll fight him off. I can add little precursors too. And if you said, well, what would that be? Well, he might do his paw like that next. No, he's looking. Oh, he's like a little, he's barely putting it up there. He's like, it's like, so I'm just making that the precursor. Yeah, everything is sequential for dogs. People too. You know, you don't go anywhere, I have to fill out this paperwork. That's part of the sequence. You're not going to get around that. You know, yeah, there's a reason for that. All animals see things in sequences. You said, what about random acts of kindness? Well, not that. What about coincidences? Well, not that either. Dogs don't know about coincidences. O.M. Schlutenbaluten. You're like some kind of... You're an awful skinny dog. She must have transported through the wall. It's the only possible explanation. Unless I left the front door open. Explain to me how Schlutenbaluten just suddenly reappeared. Oh, look at her. She's absolutely awful. If you said, now what? Now another exhausting acting job, diving in the garage to get this canned dog food. Oh, now Crash got out too. Now the front door must be open, if I had to guess. I accidentally didn't close the door all the way. Well, Schlutenbaluten pushed it open. Now she's allowed Crash to escape. If you said, well, what is that going to distract Frizzy? No, it won't. That's his temperament. If you said, hey, Frizzy will run off and chase that dog. No, he won't. He'll stay by me. All right, let me see if I can get this sudden. And I mean Sudden. See how soon it starts appearing at your refrigerator every time you open the door. So there's my precursor. He's thinking, what could that have meant? So I'm not saying, no, that's wrong. I mean, oh, that is good. Oh, but there's got to be more. There's got to be something better. There's got to be something better. Even if he just lays his little paw. That may be, you know, if you said, what was that? That may be my tell. If you said he's going to gingerly get on anything, you know, well, he's not going to jump at all. He's not. Yay! I don't want to get him too discouraged. I'm gonna have to lasso Crash next time she comes back up. That's why you don't want the sit. Once they go into the sit, they're like, well, here's what I got. Oh, you were so thrilled with this before. Okay, back to the jealousy factor. Oh, the jealousy factor. I only have eyes for the dogs on the platform. If none of them's on the platform, I don't even see them. No, he's very worried about that. My job is to be ready if the foot goes up there at all. I'm gonna curl you, Crash. Oh, you are awful, Crash. Or is he scared of her? Almost. Oh, the jealousy factor works absolutely perfect. And meanwhile, Molly gets trained. Meanwhile, Molly gets trained. She gets trained. She gets trained. It's only taking 10 years. It's only taking 10 years, but she's finally getting trained. So his feet touched it, so I just... Jesus, Crash. Oh, hi, John. Yeah, this dog is a cowardly dog. You know, there is such a thing, because if you said, well, it seems to be jumping all over you, no, it doesn't jump all over me. It doesn't jump. There is such a thing. You said, why? Because there's the opposite. You have to understand there's the opposite of everything. So if there's like a really super sweet dog, there is a mean dog. You know, I'm waiting for this woman to come back at me. Her baby's one of these that if it gets its nails trimmed, it mauls people and causes grievous injury too. Well, then that needs to be put down too. It's so far outside the bounds of normal behavior. You know, it's like, well, some guy went in a barber shop and the barber accidentally, you know, clipped his ear, and you know, the guy stabbed him to death. It's perfectly understandable. You know, okay, well, you know. You are awful. He's got to at least try to put his foot up there one more time. My job is whatever I can do as the hand. I'm not looking at the dog. I'm trying to get as far away as possible. Oh, Molly's cold. Molly needs a coat. Oh, it's miserable out here. I bet it's even colder on the beach side. Oh, I bet it's even colder over there. I'm gonna get your coat, Molly. It's in there somewhere. Oh, she's got clothes. Yeah, they're gonna be a little tight around the waist, but you know, squeeze her into it. So I'm gonna let him see that worked. He was kind of crowding up on me. You don't want to do anything. Everything you do should be drawing this dog to the handler. nothing you do should be any kind of corrections when the dog is right behind you. It's not going to work. If you say, well, what do? You use indirect pressure on the recall. Yeah, that's the answer. So I'm saying the dog has momentum. If you said, what do you mean? It's moving, it's just moving laterally. If you said, well, what's the fit? If you can get that motion to go this way, it's going to be on the platform. That's what you have to say to yourself. Oh, I got a tired tackle crash. Oh, I'm going to have to lasso you, crash. What I need is like a little harness on it. And then I could have one of the other dogs run. I pull a handle on it and they can run and grab. I'm going to sell this platform. I'm going to sell this platform to George as his exercise platform. They're real into fitness. That's what you've got to think of. When people say, well, I don't understand the platform. Yeah. Yay. It's freezing. I'm going to have to go get a goat on. Oh, she needs exercise. We'll let her run around for a minute. Oh, it just only trained Molly. So I am verbally rewarding the jumping, but I'm kind of saying, yeah, that worth it. We need more. He's really thinking about it. What it's going to be. I mean, that lateral movement is the tell. If you said, well, I'm like to bet if you ask him to get in the car, it involves some of this going back and forth. You haven't in the car door. I mean, he must have gone in the van. I mean, I know I took him out a lot of places. And who knows, maybe I lifted him in there. It's not very high, though. Yay! It's Mission Impossible. Train Molly. Well, that should be a whole series, don't you think, Mike? Mission Impossible. Train Molly. It only takes a decade. Yay! And that way people can say, training takes 2 weeks. No way. It took 10 years to train that dog Molly. But she did it all. At the end, she did it all. Let me see if I can tackle crash. Nope. It's too cold out here for you. You're gonna have to go back inside. Oh yeah, Molly's been gaining a lot of weight. I'm sure you've noticed that. She said, oh, stealing food. Oh, hi, Tina. All right, I want you to understand, when I saw that video of Kodak getting his Christmas presents and picking them up, I said she doesn't realize it's only a very small bridge between having this dog that already picks up toys to putting it in your hand. You should try to get him trained for it. I mean, people don't realize, you've got this dog, and I don't know. People don't advance their education. It is kind of a disservice to the dog. If the dog is any kind of intellectual, if you say why, just life becomes too boring. Okay, I'm going to work on the delivery hand. This is some stuff I found. If you said, what is it? I've never seen this before in my life. I found more of these little birds, though. Yay! And I found this little tiny thing. You know, this is the kind of thing you're looking for. These objects are neutral to this dog, and I think that's what you have to do. What you're not going to do is play tug with the dog for 5 years and then try to get it to put something in your hand, the same toy. If you said, what do I recommend? Something that looks completely different. So I don't play tug with mine. That's why they've all got such a nice clean liver. But this dog, oh Crash, you are awful. Look at her. Oh my God. OMG. All right, that's it. Awful. You're getting in the house right now. Oh, she gave me the shake off. It only took 10 years, but Molly finally got trained. Okay, so, what I'm trying to say to the dog is the object has value, but only through its ability to be redeemed. I pay fast, If you said, well, no, I've had a lot of jobs where they didn't pay fast, and I remember every single person that jerked me around for money. Just because you're saying to yourself, why are these people doing this? I've learned not to take it personally, but I don't like it. I just don't even let people do it. They will, though. If you said you've jerked people, you won't find a person on this planet that says I've ever jerked them around for money. Ever! Never! So you're not going to make the dog give you something and say, wait, polite. None of that. Boom, boom. You're basically a vending machine. And he doesn't know this, but if I had to guess, he's got, I'm willing to bet for they have a big, big toy box at his house. Full of toys. He's got 4 little girls at home. I bet all of them, I bet they each gave him a gift for Christmas. And I bet he had a stocking, all of it. Oh, I'm gonna text George right now and say, is there a stocking that fits with you? So he's very interested. You've got to say, what's the engagement level? If you said if it goes much farther, it's going to be that Luke barking in your face. I know. I better be careful. Yay! So I already started yesterday. It was a different bucket, but I was letting him know looking in there is going to get the job done. And I'm looking at, yay! So if you said, why is it, Molly, you need to get up here. He's that soft. Molly was holding him back. No, I swear. An 18-year-old cat kept him in the bathroom. Yay. Yay. If you said, what is it? It's a teddy bear temperament. Oh, it's like a little teddy bear. Oh! Yay. Yay. He's got a teddy bear temperament. Oh, stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Any conflict, that's their solution to, yay! Yay. Oh. Stop, drop, and roll. Yay. Oh. So I'm keeping my eye fixed on that, though. You can get him doing it yourself, Tina. You should get a Skype lesson, girl. I can help you do a Skype lesson. I bet we could get him doing it the first day. If not, Jill could come over and help you after that. Yay! All right, so I'm going to take it away a second. And there's certain behaviors that are universal in all animals. When people act like resource guarding in dogs, is that strange? But I know of all animals do that. Why wouldn't they? If you said, well, you just let people take money out of your wallets. Not that I know people don't. So resource guarding is kind of universal. So he sees, not that you need to guard too much from him. Yay! So I'm putting it a little bit farther away. All right, I gotta go get more treats. I'm putting it a little bit, yay! So it's easier for me to say, I'm not breaking my eye line on it. But for whatever reason, all I do is stare into this bucket. That's why dogs get the remote control. Oh, Molly! Look at her, she's right under my feet. Hi, Margie. Let me go grab some more treats, but that's why dogs get the remote control. They see these people focusing on this thing. They got it in their hand all the time. Then they set it down, and then the people try to punish them and stuff. It doesn't work. I've learned it's best just to get the dog to bring it to you, and then if you accidentally leave it out, it's going to bring it to you instead of... Yay! He's already trying to circle back to the platform. All right, let me grab some more treats. Oh, because he eats so many of them. Oh, he eats so many. So I'm just going by the platform to feed him. That's how I'm starting out. There's my jump. If you said, well, it needs to go forward. Yeah, it needs to go forward, but it's still momentum. If you have no momentum, you can do nothing. If you said, what do you mean? You have people, you can't motivate them, you're not going to get any work done? Yeah, if they're not motivated, you're not going to get any work done. Okay. Got it, lady. We know how the world works. So I'm keeping my eye fixed on it. You see him looking at me. Yay! Yay! You could do this today, Tina. He would be, yay! Get his little toy box. Yay! Just get him to look in there. Just, yay! I swear to God, I have no idea where this came from. It doesn't even look familiar at all, and it's missing an arm. I mean, it doesn't even look familiar. Yay! You're looking for things. Molly, get up here. Molly! You're ripping into a zen. Yay! Oh, she's probably gonna pick it up. Yay! Oh, yay! So he's moving it with his nose now. Yo! He was pushing it with his nose. Oh, yay! He did it more. He's got a servant's heart, so he's gonna try. Oh, Molly! Oh, the Molly effect is kind of helping because he's saying, well, I better dive my nose in there. Oh, yay! He actually touched its wing. He touched the wing. Okay. You know, if the dog is in the mindset of bigger is better, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, that's my candy. Yay! So, he picked up the candy. Maybe I should put that in there. He's very tuned into where you're looking, though. That's just, you know, that's the servant's heart. Yay! If you said, what is the, you know, the key? They were trying to get a read on you. Yeah. He pushed them both with his nose. It was unbelievable. It was a world record. He almost picked it up. He almost picked it up. I'm purposely looking right through the dog. My next invention is a birderesis. I'm going to give you one guess what that is. One benefit I have is that he's very hungry. He almost picked it up. He almost picked it up. Almost picked this little dog up. Yay! You know, you're giving it. Sometimes you're giving hints. it's a fine line. You don't want to discourage the dog, but you don't want to sit out there for 6 months while it pokes it with its nose. If you say, like that bulldog, I should get that bulldog out next. Oh, it slept in this morning. It's a cuddly, buggly bulldog. No, it's a snuggly, buggly bulldog. That's what it is. Yay! Oh, it doesn't like to get cold, and it's a very good snug. You don't need an electric blanket if you have a snuggly, buggly bulldog. Oh, because this snuggly, buggly bulldog keeps you warm. So what I can try doing now is maybe just put the, just put the bird there without the basket and see how that works. But remember, I tried it without it, and he was just stomping on everything. So as soon as I put it in the basket, he looked in there. My job is to be very, very enamored of the, I can't get enough of this thing. I've never been so in love with anything in my life. Oh my God, I love this thing. It's so cute. I'll probably find out it's, some rare Beanie Baby. That'll be after the ear gets ripped off. He almost picked him up. And if you said, what happened to the guarding? Yours is fine. That's what I said, a fine line. Molly, you're going to have to go into the house. You're totally ripping this in. Yay. He said he doesn't see it. No, he doesn't see it. Oh, yay! He might see it now. Let's see. He definitely sees it better in the bucket. And if you had to guess, a lot of these dogs have a toy box at home. So he doesn't see it that way. He sees it. He just, yay! Yay! He already looked at it. Molly, so help me God, you're going in the house because you're ripping into Frizzy's in. Let's go. Let's go. You're gone. You are gone. You are out of the scene. Oh, she's ruining everything. Yay! Your job is to say, that's what I'm talking about. That's all you're saying. I'm not saying, pick it up, put it in my hand. That's what I'm talking about. This thing. And if bigger is better, there's only so many things they can do. It's not going to start balancing on its nose. It's going to, if bigger is better, it's got a limited amount of things. Yay. If you said, I definitely don't like the in-your-face thing. Or you said, he's gotten away with that. They've hugged him and hugged him. In fact, I have a video of George petting him. If you said, is it yay? Good example. Yeah. Of what not to do. But it doesn't, these dogs are so forgiving. You can do everything wrong. That's why labs are the most popular breed. If you said, because people are strong handlers. Because they're not strong handlers. Yay. I'm giving him the wink of the nod. Yay. I'm not looking at him though. I'm seeing him without looking at him. I'm staring at that puppy. I'm staring and he sees that. My job is to say that's what I'm talking about. Not tell him to do something. So I give him the nod. That's when I give him the nod. But it takes to go a little farther. He's got to say to himself, okay, what did I do? Whatever I did was over there. Oh, he touched it with his nose. It was absolutely perfect. That's what you want the dog's internal dialogue to be. Was whatever I did that worked. I'll do more of that. That's how they think. Whatever works, I want to do more of that. Oh, he's already almost touching it with his nose. You know, and I think there is some, if you're just, they may randomly just, yay, do it. You better be ready. And if you said, how are you doing the yay? And I think this part is very important. The yay that I'm doing is going this way. I'm not projecting it out that way. Yay. It's going inward. Write that down if you're there, Chelsea. Oh, I hope you have that picture. I said maybe she tried to download it and it accidentally went away. I don't know where it is though. It's a very old picture. It might be on Photobook if you start. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Somewhere, I hope. I think it won a contest or something. Yay! It does it better in the bucket. Oh, oh I know why, because it looks like a bowl. Yay! So you can see where I'm at. I'm going to leave it. He almost picked it up. He almost picked it up. Oh, he's eating all the treats. We have to stop. George is like, he didn't get that big by not eating all the treats. I'm going to keep working on it, though. So that's where we got. We got a little bit farther along. And that's what you're doing. It's a continuum. And if you said, where are you going? You're shaping this up to a little 3-object drill. That's where you're going. You've got to have that in your mindset, not just, oh, I'll just get it picking something up. You know, I'm going on to that drill, and if it can accomplish that, then I'm going to move on from there or whatever. Oh, all right, hang on. Let me see if I got anything left. Oh, I got a few left. Okay. You know, and if you said, does he pick up toys? I'm sure he does. Every dog does. He picks up toys. In fact, I got my treat and trim thing. I just swept my hands like this. Oh, he almost picked it up. He almost picked it up. But I don't think George isn't coming back for a few days. So I'm going to keep working on it, but that's where you're at. And if you said, well, all these other ones you have to, all these other ones I have started out exactly like this. It took me a month to get that bull terrier to pick something up. A month. Every single day for a month it was agonizing. If you said, do you forget stuff? You don't forget stuff like that. So anyway, and I'm looking for, if you said, what else are you looking for? I'm looking for if the dog organically picks up anything to add that yay. But I think it is important to understand it's an internal yay. You're not broadcasting it out. Yes! And I guess I don't like about that. Yes. Yay. If you said you're not taking your voice and moving it inward. Yes, I am. I am. You've got to be able to modulate your voice, really. If, oh, as I say, it's all in your tone of voice. If you're going to use your voice, and if you said, well, in order to have as much detail as possible, you're going to have the page, you're going to have your body English, you're going to have your voice, you're going to have, yes. So you're going to have to be able to modulate that. If I see him picking up something later, I may do that. I'm ready for that. I'm not going to say, oh, no, don't you get that sock? No, bad. Not that I leave my socks out, but, if he picked up something, I'm like, oh, no. Like when he picked up that candy. Oh, no, don't pick up the candy. He wouldn't understand that. In fact, I might be back later with the candy. Oh, all right, you guys. Hang on. I will be right back. I got however many more episodes till the phone dies. Bye. Whoops. Uh-oh. Looks like I used up all my gigabytes. Okay, guys, I'm gonna, I gotta move the phone. I'll be right back.